Hi, this is Allen Shay on Our Society Show, and we are here on a special edition. Wow, and you know, the beautiful thing, you viewers, hopefully you will see with this interview, is not only did she act on her first opportunities with fashion and the interview, it also brought about her first movies. In fact, she has had 2 movies released, which we have a foundation in which we are releasing what are called reality movies. And it's based on being authentic, capturing stories within real life situations. And her situation last week was so beautiful that we were able to create 2 movies, and both of them ended up being the longest 2 movies released because it was so inspiring, especially for young ladies. So can you give the viewers a little insight? How did you receive that opportunity? And now that you've seen your movies and what that's done, how do you feel?
I feel like someone who inspires others. As I'm 12, I feel like, wow, I can't believe I've done this, because it would take so long for others, and I feel like I'm really inspiring others to get out there and show off what you have.
Wow. And so the other reason why I wanted you viewers to understand where we're headed in the future with young people and opportunities is today we had the joy of being at the Beehive in South Central LA with the 2nd annual NFT conference for youth, which was absolutely unbelievable. And I had the good fortune to have Angel as my co-host. And why don't you share with the viewers, how was that experience?
It was actually a really good experience. I was definitely a little nervous at first, because I was literally shaking, because I didn't know what to say. But as I went on, I definitely got more confident about it. But it was an overall a really nice experience.
So what would you say was your best high and your best low of that experience?
I think my best high is when I met Miss Dawn. I think I was actually I had good questions to ask, and it was a really great moment. And my low was when I met these 2 people, and I kept stuttering, and I kept shaking, and I didn't know what to do most of the time.
You're on.
Hi, it's Angel Rasmussen. I'm today here. Hi, it's Angel Rasmussen, and today I am here with
Madison Gilmore, the school president of Garvey Allen STEAM Academy.
Today, I just want to ask a couple questions, what is your contribution to today's event?
So my contributions and my school's contributions to this event was us performing for the NFT and the Beehive, for Principal Raw and all that. And also our CEO, founder, and superintendent, Mrs. Gilmore, was receiving her accolade or her award for her amazing contributions to not only our society, but to education itself.
And the important reason for me asking her this question is for those of you viewers who are young and trying to understand the dynamic of the process, is don't worry about it. Just be a person of action, and hopefully the pathway that you're on will open doors so you can learn, because that's the whole journey, is about learning, never giving up, and always realizing what's in your space so you can get the best out of it. And with this young lady here, especially with what you will see in her interviews and the content that she's collected today, is really phenomenal, to be honest with you. One of the most inspiring things that I saw, which really made me very proud of her. She was able to talk to a true legend in the entertainment industry, Miss Don Lewis, who is the voice of almost every cartoon show that a lot of people didn't know. She's had multiple television shows and hits, a very dynamic businesswoman, and this incredible young lady had the good fortune of that being her first interview.
Hi, my name is Rasmussen, and I'm here with
Miss Dawn Lewis.
It's so nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you.
I just have a couple questions that I wanted to ask. Like, what inspired you to be here today?
What inspired me to be here today? Well, I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and one of my sorority sisters was instrumental in helping to put this program together, this knowledge program. Get knowledge, where young people are coming in here talking about technology, engineering, all kinds of things that can be helpful to them in their futures and careers. So I have a nonprofit organization called the A New Day Foundation, and this is the group that we work with, teenagers 13 to 19, to give empowerment programs and scholarships and conferences and workshops. So I wanted to be where the young people are who are doing what they are doing to be their best selves.
I have another question.
Sure.
What is a story that kind of gave you a setback but also led to your biggest success?
Something that I had to deal with to overcome to do what I'm doing today. Let's see. I am from New York City, a neighborhood called Bedford-Stuyvesant, which is a very poor neighborhood. You know, people from New York, just straight up the ghetto is the hood. People who are here in California, some of them live in Compton or different areas where people don't expect a lot of you when you come from that neighborhood. So getting over the stereotype, getting over the low expectations for me as a young lady of color coming up in the world, in this community, wanting to act, wanting to be creative. And you have a lot of people who tell you what your limits are and what's not available to you. I was really grateful that there were enough people in my life who spoke positivity to me, who were encouraging to me, that I'm glad I listened to those voices to just keep persevering, to keep overcoming, till I finally am in a place now where the sky is the limit. So yeah, naysayers. Yeah, people who said you can't, people who said you won't, you're not good enough, you're not this enough. All of those things. Working so I could prove them wrong, prove it to myself, more importantly than to prove it to anybody else.
Is there anything inspiring that you want to say to the audience?
Wow, be invested in you. Your success starts with every little step you take towards positivity, towards humility, towards cooperation and collaboration. You can be your best self. That should be everybody's purpose, is to be their best self and be a blessing to someone else along the way.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
It says a lot for what the blessings are and how to seize the opportunities that stands before you. Share with Angel how we met. Tell her the story.
Give me your goodie bag, I want your goodie bag, baby. Give me your goodie bag, I want your goodie bag, baby. Big package, hey. How do I manage? Hey, you gon' make me transfer.